Okay, we are Everyone Racers. Thank you, and coming to listen to our Callaway Sledgehammer episode. It's episode 255, and the 880 horsepower Callaway Sledgehammer C4 set a 255 mile an hour speed record in 1988, which is completely terrifying to anyone that has ever driven a C4. As I was working on these notes at my office, I emailed myself this document. There's a guy who's got an old 84 C4, really nice guy. And I read that line out there aloud to him because he's a big C4 enthusiast. And he went, "Oh, dear God, yes, I can't imagine 288 miles an hour. I don't like going over 80 in mine." And he loves his. So there is a link to that whole story in our show notes. But it's been a while. I haven't been around. Jeff's missed a couple of weeks. It's important to my sense of community to find out what my co-hosts are working on. So, Chris, what you working on?
Before we get there, can we say welcome back, Mental?
Yeah, it's been a while.
And welcome back.
Like we're not gonna, we just let you do the intro. We don't go welcome back, Mental. Welcome back. Cheers,
that
Mental.
voice
Welcome
that you're
back.
not sure what it is. You've been hearing, you know.
I do not exaggerate. I have missed all of you. When we get to me on the what you're working on, I want to thank everyone that reached out to make sure that I was okay. But please, Chris,
You were just in a secret mission. Well, since the
I feel like we
last show,
said that.
We
but that's
definitely
totally.
said that.
okay.
since the last show, I've been mostly working on repairing the Mazda Valdez, so that after we pressure washed it again, there's still oil like everywhere. It's amazing what happens when like a whole gallon of oil just gets poured all over your engine bay. It's so much fun.
and it was cool oil.
Oh, it was wonderful. It's everywhere. So since they've replaced the hoses in question, I rerouted them a different way, which involved cutting the radiator support and more P-clips. I had it all back together and ready to go Monday night, except one of the AN fittings decided to spring a leak at the swivel. So I'm going to make this clear. When we bought when we were doing the Z, Jeff bought an oil cooler kit on Amazon from a place called E1R, I think it was.
Something
And
like
it
that.
seemed like, it seemed like it worked. And so I bought one for the Mazda too. And at this point, I have replaced every part except 2 straight AN hose ends. I replaced the cooler because it cracked. I replaced the elbow AN hose ends because they were leaking, and I replaced the hoses because they sprang a leak because they're not actually really steel braided. They just have some steel running through the rubber. That's it. Never, ever anyone buy any of this crap from Evil Energy because it's junk. Just don't. Get it from Summit. Even Summit's house brand. Really nice stuff. Works well. Just do that instead. So anyway, had to overnight fittings from Summit because the one was leaking and it was Monday night and it was late and I needed to work on it tonight. So had to suck it up and pay the overnight air fee. But of course, Summit always comes through. Got it tonight after work, immediately got there, put it on, fired right up. No leaks, no nothing. Took it for a little drive. And I think we have dodged a bullet with running that car out of all its oil.
Thank goodness.
Because it seems to be fine. And I think a lot of that goes to the fact that we have an early warning oil pressure light. The light comes on, a very bright light at 14 PSI. So it's enough that as soon as I saw it, I clicked the ignition right off. And I think that's what saved it. So that's great. Aside from that, packing, got the trailer hooked up, cars in it. The trailer is 99% loaded and the truck is about 60% loaded. So we're in pretty good shape to leave.
Awesome.
Very exciting.
We know,
Who's next?
as in the 4 of us, and a lot of people on our social media know. But Chrissy, what are you working on?
Oh, just packing. Lots of pre-race cooking. We did all our cooking last night. Did a little bit of just odds and ends tonight. Getting all the pit stuff together, trying to pimp the potluck. So we'll talk about it again. But if you're coming, make sure you bring some food because there's not a whole lot on the spreadsheet, and or at least there wasn't yesterday when I looked at it. And we, if you show up and you didn't bring anything, then you may not be able to eat. So.
It's a potluck. It's not we're hosting a dinner to serve for everyone.
It's right. There was a lot of our team signed up for stuff.
Those that are you contribute and you eat, not just, oh, I didn't bring anything.
Yeah, and then we're just packing the cars, and it's very hot, and it's gonna be even hotter tomorrow when we pack. But we're getting ready for the race, so that's okay. Jeff, you
Well,
missed a week. What have you been doing?
I did. Well, hey, we're going to be packing. My brother and I will be packing in the heat because I have not even begun to pack. So I was camping. I don't remember you all mentioning, but I was at Boy Scout camp. We told everybody that Mental was at work, but nobody bothered to mention. Just, we're not. Just ignore Jeff. I also listened to the podcast and was
Yeah.
super hella jealous that you all got to go to Grid Life, and I'm desperately desiring a track day because now I've missed two events this year for my son's commitment. So dang his 14-year-old social schedule. But yeah, I was camping with the Boy Scouts and managing the camp for our troop. We had 27 kids, 9 adults, and I was in charge of everything. And I'm going to give you a toe pig review.
Okay.
The 2012, 2011, something like that. Nissan, whatever the hell it is, Titan 4X, whatever.
That
thing.
your truck? You
My
talked about?
truck.
Okay.
The lesbian Lori.
The lesbian Lori.
And we say that in a spirit of acceptance.
Oh, absolutely. Makes a great bear box. You see, because where we were camping in the Poconos, we were like the bear highway to the rest of the camp. We were on the edge. They walked through every freaking night and every day. We had bears constantly. So all the kids put all their snacks in the cab, my King Cab, whatever, Nissan Titan. That thing smelled like Willy Wonka's freaking boudoir. It was like, I opened it up and like the smell of chocolate and donuts, and I was crazy how much it was.
That's all good. That's good. I was expecting it to smell like poo. So
No.
Or vomit has been
Yeah.
his experience in
I
past
don't
Boy
know. I
Scout
feel like
hunting.
that's not what I was expecting.
Or
So
a gaggle of 14-year-old boys.
that's also what I was getting at. Yes.
And let
That's
me
a
tell you,
special. That's not even really a poo smell. That's a unique.
No,
stink.
no. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I was generalizing. Bad is what I was going for.
Bo.
no, 14-year-old boys smell. But no, none of them actually got in the truck. They just stored all their crap in the truck, all their food,
Yeah.
and boys and girls, because we have girls in our troop. And Willy Wonka's boudoir was the like clean version, because I've really been saying other things all week. But anyway, I just want to mention that I was at Boy Scout camp, had a bunch of super proud dad moments. My son passed his swimming merit badge, and he's a terrible swimmer, and he worked his butt off all weekend, and it was like he finally accomplished. So yeah, I am still excited about Scouts, but even more excited to get back to real life and go racing. So can't wait. See you all this weekend. Very excited.
Very jealous.
Meta, what you working on?
It's been a while.
It has been a while. I have been busy on what was called a particularly significant iteration of the Air Force's premier air warfare exercise. I can't say where that came from because I'm not supposed to acknowledge the existence of that article, but that's totally going on my resume. Outside of that, we had some flooding here in Las Vegas, which I was particularly annoyed because I had about 3 leaks in the roof. The roof saga has been going
The
on for
new
years.
roof.
The new roof, and I was furious with myself. And then I saw the Circa, the multi-$100 million brand new hotel, had water coming through one of their televisions.
Oh.
And I posted all this on our Instagram, and you could see some of that. So I don't feel as bad because there were some serious flooding issues going on here. The local racetrack just over the mountains in Pahrump is flooded out. It may not be repairable anytime soon. This was something, and it was all flash flooding because the next day, of course, it was all gone. I got my booster, one of my, and not to turn this into yay boosters, boo boosters, don't care. But in good VA healthcare, I went to go have my heels looked at and ended up getting none of that done. And instead I ended up with a COVID booster. The 2 initial vaccines and a booster, I've not had any problems. Last night, 8:00, a truck hit me. And then I proceeded to go to bed and alternate between shivering and sweating. and they did that all night. Almost didn't go to work today, but I think I'm on the upswing. That one just crushed me. Finished a couple of the Lemons wrap-up videos. You can look to see those on the YouTube channel. Those will be coming. And also I have been cheating with another podcast. I've been I'm the board guy for the John Polnick's Dirt or Die podcast with Dwayne Wick of Wick's Garage here in Las Vegas. It is another Porsche centric podcast recorded at the Rami Studios in Container Park, which soon this will move there. And just, as I often do, making some piss poor vehicle choices.
Oh, did
More of
somebody
them?
buy something?
Yeah. So we'll do that. So as soon as my slow computer finally throws that screen up there, I would like to introduce you all to my new Moose Wagon,
Oh,
a
there's nothing wrong with that.
Volvo T5 Turbo 5-speed.
I think that's a fantastic
Mm.
decision.
What does this replace?
Nothing.
Just added.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
How-
did you guys ever sell Vicky's Tiguan?
Oh yeah.
Or
Like
okay.
immediately, like 3 days after she decided, my God, used cars are crazy expensive. Get rid of mine. So she's been driving the AMG, which the AMG is probably very happy about.
It's
Got it.
living a little more luxurious life now, that's for sure.
Exactly. It does not get into nearly the shenanigans that it probably does when I'm operating it, but yeah.
Yet somehow the tire life dramatically improved.
Amazing.
I think a T5 5-speed Volvo Moose Wagon is right up Mental's alley. I think this is a fantastic vehicle for him.
I think
That was
black's
how
an
I was
unfortunate
able to
choice for the
sell it.
desert, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They look better
and-
in white too. Just all Volvos
They
look
do.
better in white.
but and then there's the R, which came in that blue, but yeah, it's the 5-speed that sold me on it. Unfortunately there was a critter living in it. So I
Still is.
initially, yeah, good one. Initially the air conditioner and the heater didn't work because they chewed through the wires. So I got that all fixed and got the air conditioning back in it. And then the heater core is leaking, I think also because critter gnawed on it. So I spent the last couple of days getting that pulled out, and it was one of those while you're in there itis. So I pulled all of the carpets out of it and power washed those and then vacuumed up all critter droppings that were in the floorboard so I don't get the Honda virus. Which is not a virus that makes you incredibly reliable and fuel efficient, by the way, if you guys are wondering.
if only.
Little hint of mice running around, eating all your wires.
Up there.